Alright. I normally wouldn't be streaming during the water season, but we're making an exception this time. Hello, everyone. Hello, Luna. Lazarus Anji? Rajin? I've not seen you around before, but welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well, everyone. So, I guess... hello, Ranston. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, of course. Lazarus. No problem, no problem. So I've been to stream. Yeah, it's been a little while since we streamed this game, because it's been water season. Testing hand feels okay, man. Oh, man. Hey, Neo with the resub for 9 months? Neo, I gotta ask, what's the baby's name?
Also no notification for me resubbing.
Yeah, so for resubbing, you have to enable it yourself. Which is a weird thing I've learned about Twitch, but yeah. Water season. Yeah, no, water season's awful. Especially with Leaf as a bonus unit. Like, no thanks. Like, there's a reason we normally don't. However... like, or we normally don't stream during water season unless it's also Earth season. But at the same time, it's like, you know... there was so much, like, news, like, recently. I'm like, you know what? It's worth covering it. Again, we're not going to hit top 1K. I already know that this week, but we're going to get a run in. Yeah, we're going to run. Nice, nice. I've just come back to the game. You came back at an interesting time then, honestly. Man, I do, so I don't like to, add, like, first-time viewers, just because I know a lot of people like to just come into streams, add streamers, and then just kind of, like, never show up again. But if you show up more and I recognize the name a bit more, Lazarus, I don't have an issue with that. That's just kind of, like, my thing on it. But, like, you're fine to, like, send a request for a unit review. Like, I'm totally okay with that. We can look at your unit. Oh, it's me, Bimbus Limbus. Hello, Bimbus. Hope you're doing well. There's me. There's a body turret every time. I mean, there are some potato Edelgard players. Also, I'm not actually watching OBS to make sure it's not desynced. Yeah, just to quickly show you guys how the week went. It went okay. So you can advise. Yeah, sure. We will look at it a little closer to the end. Also, chat, am I crazy or does it look decent to you guys? It's slightly desynced? Okay, we're gonna fix that then. I want to fix that. Just give me 1 second to fix it real quick. Thank you for that. I accidentally kept my microphone muted. I forgot whenever I go on that screen to fix my audio issues. I always mute my microphone. But thank you very much for that. I was saying, like, yeah, you can grieve people with leads and stuff, and, like, AR was very okay. Only one complete sweep, and then, yeah. For a second, I just be pouting out. That was being stupid. Also, every time I keep hearing the audio on the stream, I'm like, God, there's so much of a delay. But AR, or for Resident Battles, pretty good. And then Arena, because I've been slacking on this for the last couple weeks. I am tiered 17. Very easy climb up. Very easy. But we got some Arena Assault to do. Well, actually, you know what? Before we do that, we will do one thing. We're going to do our one summon. I haven't been able to grind my tickets because I was working last night. Arena Assault? Yeah. We're going into some Arena Assault. You are 100% right. That is actually the best way to call it. So Malice scene is almost finished. Just need to get for Ether and Flowers. Straight up Broken Run Flowers. Good stuff. Good stuff. Actually, I know we're gonna get aim for Fjorm, obviously, but I'm trying to think. So we'll go green, red. Yeah, green, red, colorless. Blue. That's how I want to handle this. Well, we got one green. Also, I will not be summoning for a spark. I will just make that a note. Even though I want the new Fjorm. Oh, hello, Luthier. And this is one of the panic modes. Floret, got Fjorm Second Circle. Fjorm Niffles. For the Spark, jeez, I mean, that's not bad though, if you got all that before a Spark. Still a bit delayed video? Is it delayed? Oh, that wasn't. Oh, plus speed Luthier, hello. Okay, it looks like it's... Okay, syncing at least it looks okay. But yeah, like, you will have some stream delay regardless, just because, like, I can't stream in actual real-world time. And hello, Taya Almighty. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. I see you're first time chatting. Welcome. Hope you enjoyed this your time here. Oh my god, I just noticed the view count. Jeez, we haven't had this high of a view count in a while. You guys really wanted to come in for some suffering. Thank you all very much for being here. I appreciate it. Alright, now that we've done our summon, under the ticket circles, because for whatever reason I got attached to Roshia. Wolf Guard. Some Narcanay fanboy? Oh. No, I think the banner is cool. Like, personally, like, I just added you. So as a note, Taya, I don't typically add like first-time viewers, but we'll take a look at your unit just because, like, I don't add first-time viewers in the sense, like, if they never come back. I know some people are like, oh, I like having streamers on my friends list, and I like to keep the friends list open, but we'll definitely take a look at your unit, and if you come back more, I don't mind adding you. If I was to summon this banner outside Fjorm, I actually personally would like Malice. Not even because I think she's like a super great unit, I just like Malice as a character. I think she was one of the cooler characters. Wait, and this is... That's perfect. Right, I forgot I'm still leading with Camilla. I actually forgot I'm still leading with Camilla. Our skins before the recent next. Fjorm Bass coming through. Hello, Derica. You want it for horny? That is actually not true. Because in her original art, she was not this busty. And again, I say like outside Fjorm, because I think Fjorm is actually adorable. But anyways, we need to actually get in with this. We don't have much time. She got a Fae upgrade? Oh, she absolutely got a Fae upgrade. Like, it's the same with, Rika? I think is her name? Rinka, I forget. Like, the close or distant foil check. Rinka, yeah, that's it. I couldn't remember her name for the life of me. Oh god, why are we like this? Also, we need to turn... Okay, combat animations are off. Yeah, no, I just couldn't remember the character's name for the life of me.
Very well.
I think we're kind of boned. Well, this is cool.
Do I have to?
Let's
Cool, we lost already. Itsuki maybe could have survived, but he wouldn't have been able to initiate. I have to. She's a perfect summary of my feelings. Hilda is just a mood during water season, I swear to God. But Frenzy units, I feel like anyone who can use Desperation is a pretty solid, Frenzy consideration. Oh god, this rude dude. You have movement garbage. Also, interesting use on IP. Oh, I guess it gets dagger. It's fine though, because I actually have an answer for Leaf. It's literally just everyone else I'm a little scared.
Let's overwhelm them.
It's so cold.
Okay.
Oh god, that was not right. Okay, it sounds like it's doing okay. There's no drop frames. Just audio is freaking out a little bit. That's so cool. Her voice dropped a bit rate. Yeah, exactly.
Do I have to?
Ready.
I hate the fact that we're giving him a defense tile to the point where this may not work.
Let's see.
Oh, yep, it costed us. Alright, yep, the defense tile costed us that. Thanks, Itsuki. Very cool. Audio's sounding okay now. So that's good. But see, water season just isn't fun, especially when Leaf's a bonus unit. This is the exact reason I normally don't stream during... Oh god, I'm not fighting that. We're gonna waste my time on a Crom. But speaking of water season, I've been slightly thinking about a water comp. What season do you think Mass Lucina does best in? I would say Wind, actually. Because Mass Lucina, with proper investment, can actually fight Legendary Corn extremely well. You'd rather Crom be the bonus? I'd rather neither of them be the bonus. I technically prefer Leaf, considering I run Deflect Missile on my Itsuki here, which is hilarious against Leaf. Can we delete both? If only. If only we could. But I would say Wind and then Fire would be your two best seasons in that order for Mass Marth. Because you get an answer to Corrin, as I said, along with Mass Marth being okay against Legendary Edelgard. Maybe next season is Crom season. Isn't it actually Crom season next season? I haven't looked at bonuses in a little bit yet.
Very well.
All will
Holly Jolly Hilda.
Yes, he is. Well, I guess that's a few more weeks of us not streaming Faye. That's a few more weeks.
Ready.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to see. That's not what I wanted to see at all.
It's so cold.
This isn't effective, right? It's not.
Do I have to?
I just gotta play the water season so bad. Dude, water season is so bloated. Also, oh god, we actually cannot take that fight.
Leave it to me. Okay.
Oh, we... Oh, wait, no. I see a play.
It's so cold.
I am flame. Let's see. Let's overwhelm them. Very well.
Holly Jolly Hilda.
Do this, and I think...
Okay. Ready.
Ah, that's cool. Oh, excuse me, I just saw your question, Ty Almighty. What season do you think my baby Innes would be good in, or is it not good during any season? No, he's a very solid arena unit. Like, the thing that's, like, actually cool about Innes is, like, he's in that, like, height, like, that weird BST bin where he actually scores the same as, like, Itsuki. He's in that 750 bin. So he is arena viable. If I had to pick a season for him, I think Water... Actually, I think he's kind of good in about every season, realistically. Because, like, Water, he's not bad against, like, all the big threats. Especially because, like, he can also bait Azura because his res is low enough. I'm pretty sure if I remember his stat spread correctly. In Earth, he's also very solid because he beats Julia. Like, he can I think he can one-shot Julia if I remember correctly, or, like, get close to it. And he's also a Claude counter, as Neo just said, looking at chat. So he's very solid in Earth. Wind, I think, might be his weakest season, just because of Corrin. Maybe it's really within an inch of her life. Yeah, exactly. And then, like, Fire, he's also not bad in because Lelina isn't exactly bulky. Edelgard, assuming it's not DC Edelgard, like, because most Edelgard don't run DC in their A. You have options of what you can do. So I feel like he's actually a very solid unit overall. So you can get away with a lot on that unit. Any of you have... Oh, that's a Gaul, huh?
Good to go. All will burn.
Do I have to?
Very well.
Using it as an enemy myself. He's currently in my planned water core. Oh, that is a problem.
Leave it to me.
You...
Let's overwhelm them.
Can we talk? Is that Merrick? Because he'll tell us. It is Resplendent Merrick, yes. Because it is based off his original art. What does Furum give again? Isn't it speed? Yeah, it's speed. Oh wait, Leaf also gives stats. HP. God, Leaf, you obnoxious piece of garbage.
Ready. I am flame.
Well, that's another run we gotta attempt. We're not beating the Leaf. We cannot beat both Merrick and Leaf. Yeah, and as like works in basically about every season, I would say, but I think you would be best off with like water, fire, or water, earth, and fire, less so wind. But again, he can work anywhere. It just depends on like what you have, I guess. But keeping also in mind that Inez is in that weird like spot where he's gonna slowly start to go down and score like after a point. Oh, there's a reason we hate people like this. Also, God, This is actually how you build Larcey now if you want to go DC. That team was a cry for help. This person's entire team is a cry for help when this is the fairest unit. Also, I will respect the wary fighter. They are doing it correctly.
It's so cold.
Good to go.
Let's see.
Yeah. Out there. Cool, we got the exact setup we needed.
Holly Jolly Hilda! Do I have to?
We cannot res up
Let's overwhelm
Hilda,
them.
unfortunately. Alright, we can now start playing baby game.
Let's see.
I'm gonna hope this idea works. Cool, this worked.
Cold.
Good to go.
Okay.
Get over
Let's
here.
see.
I am about to play this game with the Surtur.
Very well.
Let's overwhelm them.
It's so cold.
Leave it to me.
Crawl was suffering there. We just heard how choppy Crom can actually get. Okay. Why is he here? It's not Earth season. There's no bonus unit. Okay. It is NFU. And it's Light Shadow, Light Shadow. That is how you play the weenie game with Surtur. See, that weenie game we just played is exactly why I still call Surtur a good unit and why I still don't mind Fallen Edelgard in Arena. Arena Assault is different, but Arena I don't mind it. Is that a wired connection? Use best infantry seal in the game? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Like, NFU is strong, but I'm just like, why is he here? But okay, so it's... Oh, it is DC Ephraim. Hmm. And it's Special Spiral North. As expected. Okay. This is expected ads. You get ads because you're not a subscriber, and if you sub to twitch.tv/LittleStarFN, you won't get ads. Hint, hint, wink, wink. However, you won't be able to hear that because you have ads. See here, what do I do? I heard that. Well, I'm glad the message is communicated. Legendary Exorcist round, nice. Have you considered using your Twitch Prime? You know what? Speaking of Twitch Prime, if you link your Prime account to your Twitch account, you do get 1 complimentary sub a month. Use it on your favorite streamer and get access to all their cool emotes. It doesn't have to be me, but please consider using it. Okay. But on the real, how do I approach this? I could Jill a lot of this, but I don't want to use Jill. I think Lewin's not bad. Is Rush Day water season? Yeah. Type it on the pixel. The tiny version. Trying to sub a Twitch Prime? Listen. But Luna, you're a sub right now, because I'm pretty sure you got gifted. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like Granston gifted you one like a while back. So because you are currently a sub, because I see the hat by you. What do I do? I'm actually not sure what I do. Oh, we can Fae this. Yeah, we slap Fae on tile, and NFU doesn't work. Because Dragon's Ire is a strong skill. I will need a dancer. Also, I did decide not to pick up my form in F. Oh, Brakuda's distant guard. We're gonna go Brakuda. It's making fun of selling out for Twitch Prime. I mean, hey, can you blame me for wanting people to sub to twitch.tv/Ilbastar I don't think you can blame me for wanting people to sub to twitch.tv/Ilbastar Brakuda's good. Actually, well, I need my Marth answer. How do I deal with Marth? Use your words on. I have not used mine yet. I have not used mine as of yet. God, they both DC though. It's obnoxious. If only she was faster. This is brazen. If I had a Swordbreaker mage. Actually, you know what? I think Est might be a good pick. And then we'll just take a healer. Just to get Est in decent shape, and we can take Aramaya for that. So if we're gonna sacrifice +6 beautiful. I mean, get to the +10, my guy.
Let me have my fun.
Yep. Nice. Let's kill them.
I love that hiccup. That was very entertaining. Oh god, help. That hiccup was extremely funny. Let's kill them.
Do you think so?
I'll show you how it's done.
Oh god.
Let's kill them.
Let's see here. If he goes back up
Let's
to
go.
rally, 1, 2, 3.
Do you think so?
Hop, hop.
How clumsy.
Oh, Ephraim can. Oh god, Ephraim. Okay. I think we die. Oh, that somehow worked. I don't know how that worked. Oh wait, it's because she did find the ass.
Kill them.
Nice.
Ass. I love you, girl.
Do you think so?
Let me have my
Oh, you are so close.
Nice.
A cool hyperlink. I mean, we also have a exclamation mark subscribe command. Totally not shilling. Oh, and Faye. Why can't Faye just walk up and do it?
Let's go.
Faye can just walk up to this man. GG's as his MVP. Est actually kind of saved this run. Faye is Bae. I mean, she's not Bae. She is baby. Faye is baby. Who hurt you? Who hurt this person? Box was there, probably arrested. Who hurt this person? This doesn't randomly give you flyer immunity, does it? Faye is not a babe. She is a baby. Neutralizes effective against... Oh, neutralizes effective against dragons. I saw the neutralize part and I got very scared. But okay. This is more manageable. So how do I approach this? God, it's Eruption Sky too, the immediate Eruption Sky. Does this ring? This isn't even for DC, right? It doesn't. Unit can counter. Okay, never mind. So I need a water sweep. Or just someone who can walk up and kill this unit. Okay, how do I approach this? God. Do I believe in Julia? God, and you're wincing too, you bitch. I mean, I could Altina. Julia? I might go Julia. I think that's the play. What bows do I have this season? Because that's gonna matter. Oh wait, right, we can't even do defective against dragons. Yeah, right. Okay. So Juliet actually doesn't work against... God, okay. I never thought of how I'm gonna deal with this unit. Do I have a high-res green that can deal with her? You know what I think I can do? I think Shinon actually isn't bad here. Oh, wait, no, we have an answer. It's a Corrin answer, but we have Innis. I didn't think about that. I will absolutely have to take a answer though, but that's fine. We will take... Not Shigure. Oh, I do have Valencia. Oh, but Valencia's not gonna be able to sweep. So that technically doesn't even matter. Let's go with... I'll take Olivia, because Kitty Paddle might randomly be nice against this Byleth. So Inez for these two will be good, because we can Omega Poke. And then it's Crom Byleth I have to deal with. I think Lex is gonna come along. What does this do exactly again? Does it do everything during combat? You're low res. So, because this works against magic, right? It does. So, you know what? Let's take Felicia and see if Felicia can do something to Byleth. And then I just need my answer to Claude, and I think my answer to Claude is going to be... I don't want to burn Lex here. I feel like that's too good for match 3. Fatal for Sothis. Nah, we can NS this. We have double Poison Strike. And she's not immune to flyers. Or she doesn't lose her fire immunity, so... One. Yeah, no, Bowie's a great unit. There's a reason I plus 10 that boy. I think for Crom... I don't want to take Lewin. But I might take Lewin. Let's still get her responded. She deserves it, I think, just like as like a free-to-play popular unit. So myself the entire birthday cake. Can you calm down? Let's take... You know what? We're gonna take Hell. I think Hell is okay here. We're gonna go with this. You have movement shenanigans, and so do you technically. Who are you going to know? Your brother here, are you trying to save him? I'm trying to save him as much as I can.
I'll keep you safe.
Time to shine. Okay.
A good day to die.
Your plan?
Snow Wings of Mercy.
What next?
Next step?
I'll keep you safe.
Ready.
Ah, yes.
Alright, so let's see how Felicia does. Felicia actually does okay. I'm kind of impressed by that.
Comes. Ah, yes.
This isn't randomly a miracle, right? Cool, it's randomly not a miracle.
Okay.
Yeah, well, let's let Felicia get
A
it.
good day to die.
Because we never get to see this.
Ready.
Your plan? I'll keep you safe. What next?
And this
I'll
works
keep
out.
you safe.
Teaser random miracles. Hello, not hacked boy. And we're used to like just random things in general with this game.
Time to shine.
Your plan?
Whoa.
Also, I apologize to all the hiccupy audio. I have no idea why. Oh god, that is not
I'll
what
keep
you
you
can say.
safe. What next?
Next step?
Your plan?
Death comes.
Here's, I apologize. I have no idea why it's being like especially bad today.
I'll keep you safe.
A good day to die.
Sometimes the adapter wants to work, sometimes it doesn't. Right off attack. What was my favorite character again? Also here again. Oh, nice! Who was your favorite, if I may ask? Ooh, okay. Oh, you have... Oh, gosh darn it, we can't even, like... Sophia? Oh! Well, hey, you know what? I don't hear people who usually love Sophia and say that she's their favorite, so... I'm actually really happy for you in that one. Do I want to take Bowie here? This might be Bowie time. Who do I actually have in the exist category? Yeah, no, New Sophia is pretty cool. I like the art. The question is, how does Felix do against Bowie? I think I don't really have much of a choice. Give her a boatload of investment. Well, I hope that you can seize the dream and get her to +10 with a really cool build. Because I do admit she's a very cute unit, and I'm happy that she gave us something in the free-to-play pool that we never had before. You know what? I think we're going to have to bank on Bowie, because we're running out of time. We're going to go Bowie. What is this? Highest attack. This does, I guess, stop Felix. Plus 10, I'm just waiting. Hey, good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, Peony has disengard actually. That might be worth it. Was that we go Peony or we go Dorothea? But I think Dorothea, just with the debuffing on everyone, might be better. I don't know if it's gonna plus 10, 12, Nana first chance I get. I'm debating what I'm gonna do with Nana because she fits like into my light comp for ARO perfectly with Lava Bounce Elliewood, but I need a newer light mythic in order to make that work. Because then I can stop running double air, and then I can run like Nana or any unit with her staff, and that comp works equally. This game never changes. There's so much to this game. Oh, we could. Oh, never mind. We can't IP. We cannot IP. I think we're gonna go Dorothea just with the. I think debuffing. Well, actually, not. Peony is better because disengard is gonna keep us alive more likely against 2 bows compared to debuffing 1 bow. I think exponentially. And plus, there's gonna be the rally anyway, so yeah, I think we're better off with Bowie here. We will take a staff. Because Bowie's gonna do a lot of work. My least useful staff out of all of these, I think Mist. Yeah, the Lightning Heroes. And then I need a red that can fight Itsuki and Flame Emperor, which actually that's not hard. You know what, actually? I think we're taking Zelgius. Yeah, we're taking Zelg.
Your orders.
What next?
Okay,
Ready.
let's go.
Okay. Time to shine.
Oh, I could have attack played. Oh well.
Okay. What next?
Alright, Bowie. Oh, look at Bowie go. That's the boy Bowie.
Maybe this time
way.
to shine.
Okay,
Okay.
let's go.
Have I mentioned Bowie's a good unit? Because if I haven't said Bowie's a good unit, Bowie's a good unit.
I'll keep you alive.
Good morning. What next?
Imagine sleeping on Bowie. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Although it hasn't ever. It's a lot more fun. I mean, I know a lot of people skip on AR, especially in my community, so I get it. Won't quite even get them up. I like softball energy, like shitties. like tools. What's AR? Aether raids. But exactly.
Time to shine.
What's your plan?
Okay,
Ready.
Alright, nerd.
Your orders. I'll keep you alive.
Fight me.
What's your plan?
What next?
Fire Emblem Heroes. You know what? I think Crimbo is actually the most correct one. Just how to AR effectively. We can talk a little bit about that. So this is a good tutorial. Like, I'll explain like some of the basic stuff, but we can do that. Oh god, there's a Chrome. This is where I wish I had Bowie. Oh god. This is where I wish I had a Bowie. Okay. There's no rallies, so that helps. Is this even or odd? Odd Tempest. Oh god, you are a rude dude. Alright. Okay, well, start off with Ike is coming along because he's gonna beat the peony. Outside that... Also, Ike, I think, can do okay. Actually running a push steal. I mean, the push steals aren't bad. They're just like that extra, like, bit of damage. Also, in this case, it makes sense considering it, like, helps with Wings of Mercy. I think people do underestimate the push steals. Venom can just not exist. I mean, I would normally be in the same boat. However, with this Crom here, I can't do the thing I want to do. Because Bowbreaker doesn't work against blue bows for some reason. Please buff Bowbreaker. How do I want to deal? I think Lex might not be a bad idea. Could Patrine work? I mean, Patrine works as an Adel killer, but the problem is like, it's literally because of this trench here. So I think what I can do is shove Lex here. Let Crom initiate on us, and then we're gonna hit him back with a Reptile Sky. I think that's our best shot. So we're gonna go Lex. I think that is the play. I think Ike Lex is enough to actually beat this, but we'll take like a strong healer and a dancer. So we're gonna take Veronica here. You get on a quad? Hey, good stuff. Good stuff. God, this audio is bothering me. I apologize. I will try fixing it after this run. Then our dancer. See, this is where I actually think Dorothea is about to come in handy. Yeah, we're gonna rock this team. Someone, if I shoot your friend request, you can shoot me a request, Hackboy, but just know I don't typically add like newer viewers unless I see them come around a bit more. Just because I know some people like to add streamers and then be like, never come back to their streams. I'm like, oh yeah, I have this streamer on my friends list. But if I recognize the name a bit more, I don't have an issue adding you at all.
Not a problem.
So I need to see here. You have Movement Shenanigans. You have Movement Shenanigans. You have Movement Shenanigans. And then there's this Leaf. Yeah, you're fine to submit a friend request for a unit review, like, at the end. Or closer to the end, at least. I do not mind that at all. I put my code up there for a reason, so... Also, !FC if you need a copy-pastable version of it.
What a nuisance. They won't win.
Did you call for me?
Sure.
Where to?
On it.
I cannot take the defense tile as much as I want to. And also, being adjacent does mean we're not getting our solo. Oh god. Lex.
Not a problem.
Come on, buddy.
What a nuisance.
Well, we don't have time for another run, so... but the reason we did that was so Veronica's debuffs would kick in.
Okay. Sure.
Let's captivate them.
I think eye-cutting ether is more prominent. I think actually, you know what? Well, good job, Lex. You did it a little late. So not funny. Violent going. Okay, well, it was bound to happen. Oh. Who died? Veronica died. Veronica was the one who died. How do we approach this? This is an interesting proposition we're in. It's not a lull, but we actually don't... Interesting. This dude's playing with some funky tools. Well, what is our plan? Considering this team feels very buff-based. You know what? Since the Bowie's here, we're gonna take Leo. What is that kind of comment? Oh. Actually, you know what? I kind of have an idea that's a little funky. I forget. So chat, remind me. Say we have a unit right here, right? Like, right the tile in front of this big brick. If we smite, do we just end up here? Do we end, or can we smite through this tile to end up on the defense tile? Back into Faye, I'll definitely hop in more. Sounds good. We usually stream on Sundays for Faye, just a heads up, but we also don't stream in Water Season. I don't think you can do that. I didn't remember if you could or not. It doesn't make sense, but I had the thought. It's like, wow, if this works, I'm a genius. No? Okay. Never mind. My idea does not work then. It was an ingenious idea, though. I will give myself the credit for it. But we'll fine. We'll play it the lame way. So we're gonna take Leo, though, for Bowie. I think whoever takes Leaf has to take Tharia as well. We could alternatively just Brave Bow a bunch of this. But I think the play is... You know what? We can Keaton. We'll Keaton Leanne this. That is the wall you were smiting through. I mean, I thought... Because I know you can smite over trenches, but I was like, oh, can you smite through a wall? And then I just needed an answer to Noe, honestly. And then for Noe, we can take, like, anybody remotely decent. It is fast Noe, but we can take Camilla. Yeah, we're gonna do this. The gang's all here. No one has any movement shenanigans. No one has any movement shenanigans. Cool.
Yes.
Right.
Do any of you have rallies? Okay, there are rallies.
I guess.
Do what?
Of course.
Right. I'm lost.
All right.
I guess.
Well, Keaton doesn't do what I needed him to do. Followed for over a year. Have you actually been followed? Really? Followed? Wow, following since September 21. Wow, it's just been a while then, I guess. Jeez. Yeah, no, I just double checked it myself. Like, wow, okay. I guess it just has been a while then.
Right.
Yes?
Well, I want to imagine we won't die, right?
Do what?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I guess.
I don't think we'll die. It'll be scary, but we won't die. Either way, we don't really have the time to keep playing around. Oh no, Keaton died. That's real cool.
Yes?
That is real cool. Well, I think we lose.
Of course.
Do what?
All right.
Yes?
Yes.
That's with a double? We do only 4? Yeah, this is a lost run.
Tans.
I mean, we knew we weren't gonna get it.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow,
okay.
we actually do 0.
So hot.
At least,
Yes.
I want to just point out, by the way, the literal best unit on our team was actually Leo. Can we just comment how Leo was the actual best unit considering he got a kill?
Do what?
Such a lesson? I don't remember. It's been so long. But we really don't have time for another run. We really just don't. Okay, I'm gonna try and fix this audio real fast, so give me a second, chat. Where was that from the start? I mean, we did okay at the start. It was just like that team was actually harder than I thought it was. But I honestly blame the fact that Keaton apparently just couldn't get the kill. And the fact that he died. I was hoping Keaton could live just enough. But that was apparently not the case. Because it was like, if Keaton could have lived, like... Not happy. Thank you very much. But yeah, like, it literally came down to Keaton on that run. And then as soon as Keaton died, it was kind of just game over. Because Keaton was kind of the crutch of that whole plan, and then Keaton just didn't come through. But either way, it's a run. We'll go and watch replays. Also, I'm not really going to play the rest of these AR matches, because I don't like playing AR on stream, and also, we were going to dim out anyways. I kind of just, you know, I did that this week. So I need to actually watch and see if it's desynced or not. Oh no, honey looks good. And then just for the sake of getting through these, because I also want to just talk about stuff in general, I'm not going to have, Also, can we... Alright. That is a very invested IRA. They better give compensation orbs. They are actually giving compensation orbs for the iOS issue the other day, so... Or not iOS, Android issue, excuse me. That we're getting like 5 compensation orbs, some divine codes, and some ephemera codes. Only 5 are on each player's SCTT and GC. I mean, to be fair, when was the last time we actually had compensation orbs in general? I'm surprised they're actually doing anything, so I'm a little surprised. Plus, as an iOS person, I'm like, hey, you know what? Free orbs are free orbs. Yeah. I'm also just, again, because like, I'm going to get through these replays. Just to at least kind of show you guys. Also, that's a very interesting mellow placement. Wait. Why did you give her HP plus 5 when she has B-Duel? She comes with a glorified HP plus 5. B-Tool do broken. It's... Alright. Also, I like the Micaiah, I'll give you that. There's only not their true strength. Ah, this dude's doing this. Okay, he's doing the real strat. Except he's being lame and doing it with Vector instead of Black Knight. Yeah, this is an interesting choice of investment. I'm actually a little more engaged in this one compared to usual ones. Especially with the Milla where it is. We love SP grinding. Bow maps are not a bad map to do it on if it's a physical ranged unit. Did Yoon just die to Vector? I'm a little okay. Jahan up. I mean, I will say, because of Balthus, I am now officially... I mean, I'm just saying, like, I found it interesting that I was like, Azura danced Camilla, but they didn't have you, like, they didn't dance Yoon against the Vector. As he's forging mods. I mean, that's also not a bad one to pick. I usually do that for hero merit grinding, but, I also like the one map, like the bow, like, daily training map for SP grinding if it's, like, a physical, like a melee unit. Because those units are just weak, so it's like, alright, you just auto-battle and watch your unit go to town. Also, alright, I see you with the Surtur. I got so many units. I want like a better IV unit because the only one I have is plus speed and +1. So at least this person attempted to build their peony. Let me get rid of my defense bane. That's fair. Like, I'm probably just gonna merge mine up because I don't see a point to otherwise, like, doing things with her. Also, goodbye, Boki. That is... Huh. Nope. That was me a lot this week, actually, with certain teams where I'm like, I'm not gonna sit here and fight an Edelgard because I don't have anti-armors on my Eliwood comp, and I really just like don't try as much in light anymore, considering I don't have any new light mythics. So I'm like, well, this is a 5v7 every time. Because it's either I get this unit or I get Dagger. No pots again. Yeah, we're at least preventing them from getting pots. Also, I feel for this guy. Also, I guess talking about bad IVs, I realized I'm at 800 trait fruit. So, yeah. Probably should use those sooner rather than later, but we're still waiting for post-sacred stones. But this is like general discussion-y stuff, because like I said, I've been thinking about arena cores, and I'm kind of thinking I might have a water core if I actually get thrown to at least +8, if not +10. And I'm afraid to use help. Like, my only bonus unit would have been Fjorm. Oh, was that? Okay, that was just a temporary freeze. Minus attack Bramimon versus the... Oh, they... Okay. Oh, never mind. Excuse me. I thought for some reason I heard, like, the sound effect. I was like, wait, did they just surrender? Oh! Hello! Disarm Trap Yuri. Okay, I actually kind of like that. Yuri actually feels like a very solid Disarm Trap unit. Like, the more I think about that, actually sounds really cool. Yeah, because you can just, like, get a trap and foul play out. Oh my god. Wow, this level of investment, it's not even a Forma. Okay, I see you. Also, what is this? Oh, this is an enemy phase dagger? Well, I guess it's dual phase. Interesting, I kind of like that. And then the Laszlo. You don't see a whole lot of Laszlo, but I think he's a very solid unit. For offense, it sounds really good. Like, I thought, like, Layla was a very good unit for it, but admittedly, Yuri just sounds better for the job. Yeah, and Laszlo's literally about to get this work. Oh, excuse me, Camilla's just gonna run in and hit Peony. Still, Yuri did do a number on us. Oh, this is a cool idea, though. I do like this. Yeah, no, like with really high stat units, AoE AoE specials are really good. Yeah, Yuri Laszlo actually sounds really fun. I'm kind of running a similar thing with Winter Altina Layla, but I kind of like this more. Whoa. You don't see this every day. I know the Refine's good, but you don't see it still. But no, I like what that last dude did. Get the New Julius. We apparently beat New Julius. Ah, so that's how we won. So yes, we did beat them. Camilla really hates fairies. Dude, she's mad she doesn't have a cute fairy costume yet. Speaking of, respond to Camilla win. Also, I like how we lost to this team, but we still got 4 kills. Don't you come with a tier 4A? Am I mistaken about that? Doesn't she come with a tier 4A? Also, God, that's minus speed, and that's still 47 base unmerged. For the video who, so who lost exactly. Also, I want to comment real quick. I said it before, but I'll say it again. This skill is really good. I think this skill is amazing. I'm liking this a lot more than this encounter on a lot of units. I kind of regret not sparking for that Marth. Speed dips a little far. Okay. They give Camilla a key fairy costume. Exactly! I really want Camilla to get her resplendent already. She deserves it. Like, that's the resplendent I want the most. Give me my Camilla. See, Camilla's mad she doesn't get a cute outfit. Also, when Marth didn't double Camilla, that's some power. Camilla doesn't work. Dude, Camilla's a good unit. I will not hear slander on this amazing lady. Loki, on the other hand, though. But Loki likes to show off every other week. And it could be hella risque. I mean, it can be hella risque. Okay. We're gonna watch one more, and I think we're gonna watch the one where we apparently got 5 foes defeated. Oh, we picked a perfect one to end off. We picked the perfect one to end off on. Also, minus speed Byleth, ew. Wait. Oh, we have fort advantage. We have fort advantage. Oh no. You know what, for this one? We're watching this one. In full.
Huh?
Nerd! Nerd!
Crumble to ash.
Trying to cheat and go for the Bramimon. Game didn't want us to hear Edelgard's death quote. I see you. Also, welcome back, Lazarus. Just having dinner? Oh, good stuff, good stuff. Hope it was good.
Am I not strong enough?
When Azura doubles? A brave Erica? Voki with the kill? No, Camilla, don't die.
You cannot stop the flow of time.
Oh my god, Camilla didn't die. Camilla wants to send a message this week. Voki with the Doki Doki.
Sleep.
Oh my god, Camilla actually.
You've been naughty.
So this is how it ends.
We picked the perfect replay to end on. Oh my god. Voki with the kill. Camilla went ham this week. This was really Camilla's week. Oh my god. Nice unit reviews. We will do unit reviews shortly. Kill Peanut unit. We're also gonna update this real fast. Just while I'm thinking about it. It's infantry school, right? That's what it is? Infantry school, yeah. Infantry school O, and then infantry school D. I should actually upgrade this structure. It's pretty good. Unfortunately, I have, like, no real defense unit for next week because I don't have Uter. And I'm not gonna really slap Fjorm or Balthus, but I also don't have a new mythic anyway, so it's not like it matters. But anyways, the things I want to talk about real fast. So we're gonna do, I guess, banner discussion real quick. And then we're also gonna talk about the Hall of Forms, because I feel like that's worth... Thank you, Neo, for that clip. Dude, this was just a wild week. But anyways, talking about our units real fast. So we'll start off with, I guess, the bad, the game changer in Fjorm. So something went wrong? Nah, it looks okay to me. Yeah, I can pull it up just fine. Yeah, I'm literally watching it right now. I have it on mute, but I can watch it. Oh shit. I mean, we'll talk about all the units. But anyways, the big bad Fjorm. I will say my prediction was off where I didn't think we would get her quite yet. I thought we, like, the story, like, after this current book would maybe take us back to the whole Niflmushbel thing at the rate that the Tempest Trial's playing up. But at the same time, I guess I'm happy that we're getting Fjorm in a cool way. And there's a lot to this skill. The Yu-Gi-Oh card text, as we like to refer to really big text like this. But I know Phoenix Master made a really nice graphic that explains how this all works. So to give you guys the quickie rundown of what the skill does, because there's so much to it. It's a partial NFU, where it stops foes' auto follow-up attacks. It has the shield pulse effect. And it increases damage reduction from defensive specials. So like Ice Mirror goes from 30% to 51%. That's the main thing to know. Aegis / Pavis does go from 50 to 75. And again, he does make a video that explains this like more in depth. But overall, I know like people have been contemplating like whether she's like a good unit or not. I don't think she's bad. She is fast, which we don't really have per se in green axe armor as a whole lot. I think Amelia is one of like the few that we do really have. Double checking that before I confirm or deny that answer. Because most of them are slow. Most of them are slow. In terms of green axe armor, is like we have Brave Adel, but she's just cheats with auto doubles. We have Brave Ephraim, who does the same thing. Amelia is one of the few fast ones, as I said before. Surtur is slow. Flame Emperor is pretty slow. Grail isn't fast. I don't remember Winterlist's speed, but I don't recall. Well, she has Bolt Fighter, but I don't think she's that fast if I remember correctly. But either way, even if she's fast, it's like 2. Amelia's based on I believe she's based on it, because she's like a Gen 1 unit? If I find this famous heroic that features 0 ranged units. Yeah, she's a Gen 1 with trainee BST, that's right. Winterlist base study. Okay, so not that terribly fast. So yeah, pretty slow. So overall, one of like 2 actual fast like axe armors in the game. Realistically. Unless you go Speed Sheena, which I know is also a thing, but eh. But overall, I think she's a very welcome addition. Kind of sad she's not really, like, a legendary or anything like that. I think it would have been cool to, like, have her be, like, just another legendary. Even if she was just water, right? It's like, sure, you could be like, oh, that's so much in water. Like, still not the worst. There's something really helps there. Get it for free. I kind of wish we did, too, but because, again, I thought we were going to get her as a book 4, or as like the next book kind of thing. I don't even remember what book number we're on at this point. No, we're book 4, that's right, yeah. So I wish we got it for book 5, but... Because that's what I thought we were going to be getting, but I'm also thinking, like, I wonder who we're going to get for our next freebie. Part of me almost wants to assume it's going to be Thor at this rate. But I think that Fjorm is cool. I do like the unit. I don't think people are going to be looking at her a lot, though, because she is what she is. And I've heard a lot of people, like, you have to rebuild her entire kit. Her kit's bad. I don't think that's the case, but... So let's see this one for unit per book. Yeah. But again, I kind of expected her just to be the book 5 unit. It's like, we gave you Fjorm once before. But they have been a little more generous with it lately, which I haven't minded, like... They gave us a Balthus, they gave us the new guy, like 2 copies of the new guy from Quests. I'm not gonna complain about that. If you like want to just keep giving us like Demode free 5-star units, that motivates people to build them up. That really motivates people to build them. And I feel like they're kind of realizing that. So I think it's overall a really cool thing. And then the other, I guess, like biggie unit, Roshia. I think he's a cool unit. The fodder is kind of whatever. Distant Guard, I think, is a good thing. Stout Lance, being, if I remember right, this is Courtly Candle. Just on a non-grailable unit, I think is really good. Gives you more access to it. So you can actually safely build your Eldigans. Because Eldigan is a worthwhile to build unit. He was unbound to someone. Yeah, you can either give his unbound to someone or you can build him up. Either way, like... It's a win-win, plus not like IS really loses anything, but be like, hey, this common unit, you can have it. They obviously lose something if they give us Fjorm, because then it's like, well, why summon for the Fjorm? But if you give like just common demotes like that, especially like as we're approaching higher BSTs, Like, it's really appreciated. I will say it like that. I think it's a really solid call on their end. Yeah, I think Roshia himself is not, like, the best unit, but he's not awful. Like, the speed is decent. The attack is pretty solid. Defense is pretty good. I wish there was a little more res, but I will say I don't think people are going to build him on the basis that if you have units like Oscar and Perry, you're probably just better off, like, to continue to invest in those. But he's not a bad unit to build into if you don't have a Lance Cav already. But at the same time, this is an archetype that's so invested into, like, in terms of unit, like, number of units, you can kind of just pick your flavor. But I did want to give him a mention. Malice, I think, is the trend that we see with female fast swords. Really good stats. Pretty solid weapon. Does a lot. It is a dragon flower weapon, which I will say on a design standpoint, I think this is probably one of the worst, like, type of weapons. Not, like, in the sense that it's bad, but, like, I hate it from, like as a... I hate it from a player perspective. That's the best way to put it. Because it's like, oh yeah, I have to invest this very limited resource into this unit in order to make them, like, perform optimally, even at low or unmerged. And I don't think that's really that great. Obviously, if you don't care for Malice, you can just fodder her for either push or spurn. Both are really good. Pretty solid in other areas as well. Yeah, she did. She definitely got the Fae buff. She definitely got the Fae buff. And then last but not least, Wolf. I think Wolf is also a cool unit. Just more stats. Also has a Brave Bow effect, which I think is really neat. Just don't run him with Fury. Life and Death was literally, like, the best pick for this unit. Honestly, you could just kind of work with this unit in base kit, maybe swap out the B and the C, but I think they gave him the best A they literally could have. Wolf is just a better Bernie. Yeah, he's a better Bernie. And then for the comparison on that, because I do think I still have my Bernie in here. I should. Plus the attack, and if penalty is active on foe or foe's HP is less than 100%. It's better condition. Wolf's hotter too. I mean, I think Bernie's cuter, but if we're going for, like, the hotter department, then yeah, I'd give that to Wolf. I feel like if you are going after this Bernie in that way, then we put that statement on par with Boss's Faye's Bay comment. Because this is not the kind of character I would Exactly. This Bernie is too young. Like, that is a jail victim. FBI open up. I am going in retaliation. The Boss's comment saying we don't do that to this Bernie. Because trust me, I know people like to do that to this Bernie. But yeah, I think Wolf is also a really cool unit. Very solid. I think he is the best one-of unit to pick up from the banner, personally. I think, like, if you just, like, I want to pick up a one-of copy of a unit and be done, I think Wolf is your best bet. Especially because Bow Cavaliers, like, while we have more of them, they're still kind of hard to get. Outside, like, Braveland, and I guess we have, like, what, Louise, Rolf, and Leonie, and that's it. And I wouldn't say, like, any of those are, like, on that, like, power level of Rolf, considering if you want to compare that. Otherwise, you have to get a Brave Bow, and Brave Bow is a low might bow. So I think overall, Wolf is a worthwhile unit to pick up. Called Leaf. I mean, okay, Leaf 2. Leaf 2. Because, yeah, Legendary Hero, I would define that as fair. That's fair game. But not everyone's going to have Leaf. And you can pick up Wolf now, potentially, if you really feel like you need him. But overall, I guess my thoughts on the banner. I think outside Fjorm, this banner is kind of a skip. This is the best time, probably, to pick up Fjorm. But I actually do want to check one thing that I didn't look at. This banner. Actually, excuse me, I have to go to the trailer for that. Because that's not going to be in here. Because there's one thing I wanted to check in specific with this Fjorm. It would be at the end with all the other information. Okay, so excuse me, I did want to double check this, and I am correct. Yeah, she's on the perm pool. That's what I was looking at. She's not like a brave hero. Or she's not a brave hero, a duo hero where, like, they get taken off the pool. AKA, only duo Ephraim has been affected by this, which I think is a bad idea, by the way, but... So, you can pick up Fjorm at a later point, and then hope to get your one, Ascendant thingy that I'm forgetting the name of, like, the currency. Ascendant Floret, that's what it's called. So if you don't want to pick her up now, or you're like me, but you don't really have the orbs, I think you're fine.
Yes?
To skip. Because I think the rest of the banner is pretty skip-worthy. I think Wolf is probably the best unit to pick up outside Fjorm. Malice, I feel like they kind of could have just made her a demote. Like, she was a good unit back in her game, from what I remember. At least in New Mystery. And then, I'm not a fan of pulling for demotes, like, on their debut banner. Especially in the case of Rocher, where he's a Lance Cav. Yeah, that's kind of it for that. And then the last thing, I guess, to talk about... Is he here? I remember her being decent. Like, not OP, but at the same time, I feel like a lot of New Mystery units were also kind of... whatever. But not as bad as Binding Blade units. I'm gonna relook at Malice, because I don't remember her stats. I remember, like, the person I followed did use her. Yeah, she had, like, 11 skill, which is pretty good. She was fast. But she did have a low strength growth and a low speed growth, but her strength growth was fine. Binding Blade? Yeah, Binding Blade units were a treat, to say the least. Like, you very much could skip Binding Blade units. Like, so few of them were actually, like, good. Also, because we are about to hop over to a different screen. I mean, I like the characters, like, in terms of characters, but in terms of units, I think they are, pretty bad. But anyways, to hop over to, I guess, the last point I kind of wanted to... Oh, excuse me. There was one other thing. I kind of... Where was it here? Ascend traits. There we go. This is what I want to talk about. So, who I think Florets should go on to. Obviously, I know most people are going to use them on their favorites and such, but I did kind of want to talk about it, like, from competitive aspects, right? I'm going to give some advice right now. And this is just my take. Don't use it on this unit unless you have her at plus 10. Unless you go high investment Edelgard, do not give it to your Edelgards. I get mine to my bridge. And see, like, I feel like that's fair. Like, high investment units, I think, are fine. And again, people are going to give them to their favorites. I'm probably going to end up giving mine to either Ike or Neffany. But I still want to, like, bring this up, right? Don't just straight up give it to Edelgard. I think, like, the best kind of units, though, are units that, like, probably are, like, your hyper tanks. Like, Eliwood in my case, assuming I actually like gave him Dragon Flowers, I would actually very much consider giving it to Eliwood. I think he's like a perfect example of it. You can like giving him like speed and res, I think is very solid. Obviously, you can go with like your very offensive units, like your fast swords, whichever one you build, or you can go like attack and speed. I think that's very good. That way Spurn is more consistent, that way you're not losing out on damage. The debate between attack and speed can finally end on your fast swords. Who else? Units like Roy, where they're so good in every stat, you can give them whatever you want. And they can work with multiple builds, I think is a very solid option. Obviously he's not a save unit right now, but save units I think are very good with it, because they can play a supporting role. Asker Trio, as much as I would love to say give it to your Asker Trio, I don't think they're really worth it. If we ever can merge them up, maybe, but until then, I'm gonna say no. Your Arena Core is also very good, consider the respective seasons of, like, where your units are. Obviously, I can't give you, like, all the individual case-by-case basis. Loser Trio? I mean, it's not really a Loser Trio. Because I feel like Alphonse and Sharena actually are not bad units. But I will define this unit as probably the worst unit in the game. Also, I do hear the hiccups, and don't worry. So I don't know how I feel about flies. I feel like it's good and bad. I will say I'm not a big fan of how it's like if you summon like multiple Fjorms, you only get the one. Because it puts a lot more pressure to now summon for these units, even when it's like, alright, I'm not going to use this unit for anything, but I want this Ascend Floret. I prefer only getting one. Like, I mean, I have mixed feelings about it. Prevents whales from abusing it. I feel like that's true, but at the same time, like, I don't like it in the sense of, like, so it's gonna suck on one. I'm like, I do agree with, like, that perspective on it, but I feel like it's like a double-edged sword. Hard time to like abyssals. I feel like, well, see, the problem with that is, like, that it's too good of a thing for them to give us, which that's the unfortunate truth about it. As much as I would love to agree with that if you made it from harder content, it's too good for them to give us. I don't know, see if we will get at least one copy. So that's the thing. Like, I don't like it as like a design standpoint. I think it's like cool for like a gameplay perspective, but like the method of obtaining them, I think, is kind of like a bad thing because it's like people are sparking now for this Fjorm on a very subpar banner overall speaking, just to like make it so a second unit can now have an extra boon. So I'm very mixed about it. Also, the other comment I want to make real quick is if you use them for Arena Core units, make sure your unit's natural boon is a super boon, and then whatever other stat you want to, like, give it to doesn't have to be the super boon. But I would keep it in mind, like, for your Arena Core units, if that's the route you want to go with it. Especially these currencies were... I feel like, there's so many currencies in this game, and it's obnoxious. Like, look at all of this. When I have to scroll through currencies, like, the only thing that's not a currency is these. These are the only things that aren't currencies. Legions banner, but I have actually more useful characters with her. I feel like this is going to be a test going forward, like how this banner does in sales compared to others. Because Fae banners as of late have been, like, down in sales as of late. Like, the Uter banner, I think if I remember correctly from what I saw, is actually the worst selling banner in all of, like, recent Fae. Like, there's so many currencies. Yeah, Uda's so horrible. Yeah, I remember like that. Like, fucking Uda, yeah. Like, giving a dual skill on a mythic hero, you could tell that was an attempt at a cash grab. That was all it was. It was just an attempt at a cash grab. Because there's no reason to give a dual skill to a mythic. Peony technically gets away with it because, like, whatever, she's free. But even then, it's still, like, why? Couldn't have given her a better A? Which obviously they gave her a tier 4 C, so I get it. And, you know, as long as they had to give her a better A, considering she's, like, a dancer. But, well, excuse me, refresher. But, you know. But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to say about the florets overall. Cool idea, but very meh. Water was? I mean, if we're talking past free unit fodder, then yeah, because I was say, like, Reagan is pretty good fodder. Obviously, I think you're dumb if you fodder your Reagan, but, you know, like, Air was okay because 2020, yeah, okay, that's fair. Because Mystic Boost on Air was, like, pretty decent. Granted, she's also a good unit. Peony was just, like, yeah, you can get a tier 4 C, I guess. That's it. But anyways, the last thing I wanted to, I guess, like GHBs and TTs. Oh, okay, that's absolutely fair. I will agree with that, yes. Because GHBs and TTs have been pretty meh as of late. But anyways, we have one more topic to go over. I'm going to use I need to turn this on shuffle and loop. And yes, I am playing Wii Shop channel music for this. We got the formulas to talk about. For people who missed our Hall of Forms for this batch, Brave Micaiah, South, since it wants to load Fallen Ike, and Naysala. Yu-Gi-Oh! Over time. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has been weird as of late. Last time you played me. Princess Preparation Age. God. Okay. So, I'm gonna go ahead and I guess give my very initial thoughts on all of these. Micaiah, I don't think is a bad pickup. I think she's, like, very alright. Solid hero. You can buff up her kit a little bit compared to what we have. Soth, I think, is a 50-50 pickup. If you invested into Soth already, like, heavily invested into Soth, I think you can skip Soth. Because I don't think there's enough, like, good skills that you probably wouldn't consider already foddering into him. So it's like, you kind of reach a moot point, but I still want to talk about him. As much of an Ike fanboy as I am, I think he's the most skippable unit out of this entire batch. Unless you're, like, close to plus 10, but that applies to all these units. I feel like he's a unit that will slowly fall out of favor if he hasn't already, and, like, a lot of people don't even use him anymore. And he's just gonna go down more and more as time goes on, until he gets a refine. When he gets a, and if he ever gets a refine, assuming the game goes that long, we're in a wild ride. Because who's gonna know what the game's gonna look like in a couple years, assuming it's still going for that long? How about this on shuffle? We did actually get the, if we get, okay, whatever. Enjoy Spamton for like 10 minutes, but I might eventually just skip this. Unless I'm seeing Fallen Ike in air. Exactly! Like, this unit's not that popular. Because, like, he technically was his own undoing, right? Because a lot of, like, ARD teams that ran, like, the Seer comp. Also, let me know how music sounds, by the way, because I don't know if it's loud or not. But, like, he technically was his own undoing, because it's like, alright, if I'm going to get boosts from penalties, what if you just take away the penalties, so then he doesn't get boost, and therefore he just becomes a basic sword unit? he undoes his own gimmick. And yeah, exactly. It was his own fault that penalty negation was altered. So, like, while he was high impact in literally how the game worked, he technically was also, like, what messed himself up. Did I see it appeared here? Well, I'm not saying, like, because, like, it's because, like, we don't see those ARD comps anymore. Like, he was the reason, like, this like, the type of reason that the Seer started to fall out of favor. And then there's the unit I think that's the biggest winner out of all this, Nesala. I think this is the best unit to pick up, hands down. Must love Veronica too. That's fair. Yeah, exactly. He was easy to adapt to. Like, again, I said, like, because of the way Ike worked, he made it. Teams just adapted. Said, alright, we're gonna stop running debuffs. Because people don't necessarily run buffs anyways. So, like, Ike was an impact indirectly to the meta. But I do think that Nesala is the best unit out of all of these to pick up. If I had to rank them, like, individually, I'd say Nesala's number 1. Soth, if you don't have an heavily invested into Soth, we're looking at building him, because he is a very solid ARD unit. Micaiah, if Soth is not of interest to you, and you pick Camilla, like smart people did, for your freebie. And then I think Ike is the most skippable. But I do kind of want to talk about, like, some of the builds that you can do. Amity Bloons, I think, is a very solid tome for her. And I feel like you're either going to go this, or you're going to go Plegian Tome. Or Plegian Torch, excuse me. I think those are the two best tomes to pick up for her. Amity Bloons if you want to go for, like, a tanky mick. Plegian Torch if you want to be, like, a hyper nuke, but again, this technically isn't as good because of her default tome getting the refined, so I feel you are best off with Amity Bloons, like, straight up. Assist skills are obviously going to be just a rally plus or harsh command plus. Just anything with a plus symbol by the name is what you want. And then for skills like this, I feel like you can actually run either Blue Flame or Ruptured Sky. Blue Flame is decently synergetic with her base kit. And then Ruptured Sky is just, like, very good special. So either or I think is very good. And then as for skills to grab on Mick, there's a lot you can grab on her, I feel. I've seen people talk about catches, but I don't think there's, like, a perfect catch for her. Like, you can run attack res catch 4, I think is pretty good. I do also like Unities a lot. Because I feel like the Unity is a little bit of a better thing. Sorry, my home screen. Oh, we'll rush it. Just like, fetch someone comes out of the closet. Well, I mean, how are you gonna pick up the unit? Well, I guess if you, yeah, never mind. As long as you, like, don't restart the game. Also, when this hits like 5 minutes, I am going to. Actually, we're going to the next song. It's been like 5 minutes. I don't, as much as I like Big Shot. But, like, Unities I think are good. I think Impacts are also very solid. In particular, I'd go Steady or Sturdy or Mirror. Sturdy is very good. Costing music. Yeah, we have, like, a mix of OSTs in this playlist, but I'm still adapting this playlist. What else do I think is really good on her? I will say, I've seen people talk about, like, close counter / close foil on Nick. I feel like that's also very good. This res. And yeah, that's also a very another, like, solid option. You can go Menace as well. I haven't gotten to C's yet, but I'm just kind of looking at A's. Solos, I think, do work on flyers, but I feel like she's going to be around people enough to where you probably would just rather consider the Unity. Close foil, I have seen, like I said. I feel like this isn't bad. You actually could probably make her a very solid close foil unit. Speed build almost just after the 17 defense. I feel like just working into her speed is a bit awkward, because like unless you go high investment with plus speed. Because obviously she does swing tempo with her default tome, but obviously again I'm not saying that the defense is much better, but like you can go, like you can swing this. I feel like swinging defense is easier than swinging speed with how speed works in this game nowadays. And then stances, like tier 4 stances I think are also very solid. Distant defense 4 I think is also very good. Fort Def Res. It's similar to the gun throw theory where it's like because you're getting stats through other means, you can just take a little bit of a attack loss in order to get a huge bulk gain. So I don't think it's bad. As much as I would love to say G-dual flying if you can't get dual skills in arena. Heavy Blade 4 could also be a thing to consider. She does swing attack heavily in her favor as well. I don't think there's like anything else in like this that I feel like that's like super noteworthy. Obviously, again, you could go with like a speed build. I wouldn't grab Windsweep, mind you. Have a good night. Alright, thank you for stopping by, Ranston. You have a good one. We're probably going to do this, unit reviews, and then hop off ourselves. B skill, I feel like this is the most skippable skill, considering you will probably continue to run Yoon's Whisper. But I do want to give a mention to AR Far Trace. I think this is probably going to be her best B to pick up. Aerobatics, I think, is also pretty decent, but not, like, the best thing. Snags are okay, too, but I don't feel like you need it. I really wouldn't go with any chill just because of how Yoon's Whisper works. And then, like, there's not much else. I guess, like, also if you want to go the speed build, speed res far trace is also a thing. And then by default, though, you're probably just going to run Yoon's Whisper anyway. So I wouldn't worry as much about her B slot, but I would go with the Far Trace for her B, ideally. And then as for her C, there's a good bit that you can do, obviously, with this. Menaces, I think, are probably going to be one of her better C options. Rains, I think, are also very good for the invisible stat drop. Because, like, you're trying to manipulate so much in the field debuffs anyways. Adding in an invisible debuff, I think, is also very good. Be that you want to go, like, attack res, or attack speed, or speed res. Or, like, any tier 4 C, I think, is also very good. I will say as well, if you want to go the close counter vantage build, or close foil vantage build, Fatal Smoke, I think, is very good in that sense. You do deny the enemy, like, being able to heal off their healing tower. You can Savage Blow them. Granted, I don't think she's as good as Kronya in that sense for it, but I wanted to give the mention to this. So I feel like Fatal Smoke is also a very good option. Is there anything else that I'm, like, I think is... Obviously, like I said, tier 4s. The Rains I already mentioned. And then Menaces. So I feel like you're either going like a Rain, Fatal Smoke, or a Menace. So that's overall how I would consider going for Micaiah. I feel like she does a lot good, but not exactly this build, mind you. I would not necessarily go for this build, but I wanted to pick, like, just point this out, though. Like, you have the options. Also, she's very solid if you want to go, like, Unity with a save armor. I feel like that is equally a solid build. Then we have Soth. I don't think his dagger matters as much because you will probably run the perf, but out of the weapons that you could run, I don't remember the name of the weapon off the top of my head, but I would probably run Summer Ilyana's weapon. I really cannot think of it off the top of my head because I've never actually pulled it. But I feel like that's like probably her, like, his best dagger. Just to give him another, like, if you want to go with the ARO route with him, I feel like that's the way you do it. Again, Rally Plus, Command Plus, Specials, Broadleaf, that's what I couldn't think of. Thank you. The name was literally skipped. Did I say Summer Ilyana? I meant Summer Lilina. You are correct. I probably just mixed the two up in my head. But yeah, Broadleaf is probably what I would grab for Soph. This is, like, still probably the best offensive ARO dagger out of the, like, inheritable ones. I do think Saizo and Matthew have it also really good, but Ilyana's a good waifu. Ilyana's a great waifu. Even though she's, like, very bland in personality, I love her. And then as for what you will probably grab out of here, again, you're probably going to want to grab Retro Sky or Blue Flame, because those are the two rarest ones, but I would probably grab Retro Sky. A skills leave you a lot to work with for Self. So if I were to make a CC build for Ilyana, Vengeful, or Crafty, I would say Crafty, I think, is better. I do think Crafty is better. That's a great waifu, even if she does play the she stops her cheeks with. That's 100% true. But I feel like go close counter, Crafty, and then a save skill. That is how I would build Ilyana. Even though I do remember, like, but that's if you're going close counter. But anyways, Soth has a lot to work with. You definitely can go Unity. I think he'll be close by his friends enough. Whichever Unity you want to go with, you can go attack defense, you can go... Actually, which Unities do we have in the game at the moment? Okay, so out of these three, I'd probably go attack speed or attack defense. I probably wouldn't go for res as much. Defense lets him live a lot of, like, physical hits he probably wouldn't otherwise, but I feel like impact is also real. Like, I would go impact, however, if you were only using him for ARD. If you use him for both or ARO, I would consider the Unity. Solos, I think he's okay with, but I don't like him as much on him. I think infantry is kind of that weird slot where you have the flexibility, but it depends on everything else within the unit's kit. He's a very solid close counter, close foil unit, so you can go those. Impacts, like I said, I would not go for Def Res on him. Fury 4 is also a very solid option. Just straight up give him a ton of stats. He can be a heavy blade flashing blade unit. I don't think he's bad at that job either. Life and Death 4 I think is okay. It's what I run on mine currently. This isn't the best option in my opinion, especially if you go for AR, but you know, you can do it. I don't think he's like a great enemy phase unit, so I really wouldn't go any like stances on him. Swift Sparrow I think is also very good on South. But like I said, that kind of falls on the impact thing. B skills, you have options, but at the same time, I feel like it's Disarm Trap. I think is a great one. I don't think you can get that though, if I remember correctly. But just like a general South, then you can run Disarm Trap on him. Lulz, I think, are probably going to be one of his other best options, just in general. He's a very solid Lul unit. NFU and NCD, but probably NFU. Let the unit double. Let him get in. I don't really like Seals or like a lot of this other stuff. And obviously, while not telling you to pick these skills up, he's a very solid Wind and Water Sweep unit. depending on what you want him to fight and where you're taking him. In Arena, I think these skills are fantastic for him. As for C's, this is great if you are going ARO. Not as good for ARD, but I think it does work for ARD as well. Because you can go Fatal Smoke, Savage Blow, with his default Pulse Smoke built into his dagger. Because again, you're going to run his default dagger if you run him on ARD. I don't think Menaces are as good on dagger units, personally. Joints, I think, are also very solid on him because of the way he works. Rouses, I don't think are bad, actually, just because you don't necessarily want people next to him. So I feel like that's also an okay option, but I don't think there's, like, any that's, like, rare enough to justify it. Especially when I feel like we will get more in the future. If you go really heavy investment on him, he's not the worst stall ploy unit. Because he's, like, solid enough to be an IP unit, so you could go stall ploy. And then, of course, there's always Times Pulse, which is rare. So you can have, like, your immediate special if you want to go that route. And then the unit, I feel like that's also a bad pickup because his base kit, I think, is good enough. I feel like Unity is straight up the best thing to pick up for him. And then you can go Blue Flame Raptured Sky. Sword is kind of just... You're going to run Chaos Ragnell, but grab something that you just kind of want for the sake of having it. The cool sword can be whatever you want it to be. His B skill, I probably would go for the lull. I don't remember what he comes with by default on his B. Because I actually just don't use the unit myself. Oh, I repel, right. He's not a bad Frenzy unit, actually. So Frenzy could be an option for him. Make him player phase instead of enemy phase if you want. Which also you can go for the... It's Swift Strike, I think is the name of it. Oh no, excuse me. Surge Sparrow, that's what I was thinking of. Surge Sparrow, I think, could also be pretty decent for him if you want to go the player phase route. But again, I feel like his kit is fine enough as it is to where I probably would not consider, like, going for Ike. There's other stuff you can do, but just think, like, what would you want on a generic fast sword? Give that to Ike. And then Naesala. The unit that deconfirmed the Beast theory of how Beasts could never show up in hollow forms. I'm gonna give my thanks to this man just for by default fixing everything. Also, you're gonna grab Raven King because it's the only weapon he can have. Do your same thing, and then you probably will grab with him. I'm gonna say... Oh, can Flyers not have Riptide Sky? Yeah, you can. So you might as well grab Blue Flame. I was gonna say Rupture Sky, but I forgot Flyers can't have it. Or Beast can't have it, excuse me, not Flyers, Beast. Beast in specific can't have it. Duh. Now that makes a lot more sense as I say it out loud. So grab Blue Flame. It's the rarest special you're gonna get for him. And half the time you just focus on rarity anyways. Now, I feel like his best Bs... He's a great dive bomb unit. I think this is a very solid pickup. And I think his B skill is actually going to define whether or not you pick up Naesala, unless you just want to plus 10 him anyways. Traces, I think, are also very good. In specific, though, I actually would consider... I feel like either of these are fine. I don't feel like this is specific after looking at the list. Speed Def if you want to double more. And then attack defense lets you be able to hit more units. As for his A's, you can go solos. I do think his solos are very solid. If I was to pick a solo, I personally would go not Attack Speed Solo 3, excuse me. Attack Speed Solo 4. He's not a bad arena unit if you want to give him B-Dual Flying 4, but obviously you can't get that off this. I think he's a funny Blade Session unit, but I feel like he's better with that as a seal compared to his A. Impacts in general, I think, are really good. I feel like Sturdy Impact is also not a bad skill for him because it lets him live longer, and I feel like if you go with like a Trace, Steady Impact is actually not bad. The Surge Sparrow, I think, will also be very good. Surge Sparrow Dive Bomb, I think, is a very solid build. And then as for a Rain in specific, especially if you go Dive Bomb, I will say that Ghost Speed Def, it's gonna give you like the most availability to like go into unit, like, or hit units in general. And I feel like this is probably how you would build this unit, realistically. Max investment, just to show you guys. Like, look at that. Look at that. That's a pretty solid Nasala if I've ever seen one. I feel like this is probably how you do it. Obviously, you wouldn't like keep Blue Flame as the skill. You could also switch this Rain into like attack speed or attack def if you want to go Heavy Blade Gale Force, which I think is viable 100%. But I feel like this is probably how you would go for Nasala, assuming that the Brave unit skill should be on here, which I think they will be. Yeah, I feel like overall this is how you would go for Nasala. There's a lot you can do with this unit. Unfortunately, he doesn't quite have the HP for Stall Ploy, but, you know, the option's there, I guess. Smokes are also not bad, including Fatal Smoke. And yeah, I feel like overall it's Nasala, South or Mick, depending on what you want. And then Ike, I think, is the most skippable unit on this entire batch. With Nasala, in my opinion, being the big pickup. With South probably being second. I see myself, though, not picking up South unless he gets, like, amazing skills. Which I don't... Which again, I'd rather focus on Nasala. And then Mick, I also kind of want to pick up. And then I feel like Ike is just a very whatever unit. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the holoforms and the formas. I just need to hop back over to... Yes? Sorry for the demonic chanting just now. But anyways, let's hop into unit reviews. So before I hop into the requests, does anybody on my friends list want a unit review? Because I do see we have 3 requests real quick. And I will go ahead and address those. What's for units again? Do you want me to go back? Because I don't mind going back if we want to talk about them more. But it's Brave Mix, so Fallen Ike and Nasala. There you go. You can also watch back on the VOD. Not the friends list. Yeah, again, like I'm seeing if there's anybody on the friends list that wants to hop in before we hop into the requests. Oh, what's a forma unit? Oh, excuse me, that's a legitimate question. Okay. Okay. I will answer that one. So forma units are units from what is that mode? Holoforms, excuse me. Holoforms is like a draft mode, basically, where you start off with 4 units at level 10 with no skills outside a default, like, vanilla plus weapon. And as the first unit that gets a kill on each map of this mode will then have a chance to randomly roll a skill. And then you will draft up skills, and then basically you will build up your unit with whatever skills you draft. it tends to lean more towards perf skills. However, you don't have to grab a perf skill. And so, at the end of it all, you can take a Forma Soul, which you can either buy with real money, or if you spark on enough banners, exchange the little medals you get for a Forma Soul, and then the Forma unit becomes an ally that you get in your barracks. The Forma units will also have all of their naturally learned skills available to them. So, like in this case, if I Forma this Ashnard, he would have his default Gurgrant available to him. He would have his default Dragonic Aura, I think is the one that he gets. He'll have his default Attack Wave and his default Defense available to him once I make him. He'll still be plus 10. No, you do not keep the merges. But you can merge like your other copies of the unit into the Forma unit. The Forma unit cannot, however, be merged into an already existing unit. So like if I have a plus 10 Ashnard and I pick up this Ashnard, I can't take this Ashnard and merge it into, like this Forma Ashnard and merge it into my original. I have to merge my original into the Forma. But they will still keep like the total count. So like, in this case... Or we can plus in the mode, but not in the Forma. Yeah, so if you don't want to draft a skill... And yeah, the Stars of Blue wins the Formas. Like in this case, like I had a plus 4 Ashnard, right? I had to take my original plus 4 Ashnard and then merge it into the Forma, but the Forma cannot be merged into the plus 4. So like if I had like an IV, for example, on my Ashnard, I would lose the IV because the Forma has to be the base unit. But Formas are a really good chance to get extremely rare skills. Yeah, you can merge your normals into the Forma and it acts like a normal copy. The only like physical difference you see is just like in this case, like hey, you have blue stars instead of like gold stars. And then like you just get to keep all your skills. So like everything I picked up, so like the Pledge Blade I picked up from my Forma is still there. I still have the Rally Plus I picked up. I have the Blue Flame I picked up. I have the Sturdy Impact. I still get to keep the skills I picked up, but I also have, like, my original skills. So that's a Forma. It's basically just like, hey, you can pick up... It's like a draft mode, basically, where it's like you have to work with, like, limited resources to try and build up your units to try and clear the mode. And that is a Forma in a brief explanation. PM1 also... made a video explaining how Formas work, and I feel like if you still have questions, that's probably the best place to look at. Or if you want to hop into the Discord and ask further questions, you can also do that. Unfortunately, our ! Discord command does not let us link the Discord right now, as bots are invading Discords. But if you click the little Discord button down below, it'll get you an invite to the Discord. And yeah, you can ask questions in the Discord, boss. I know you have. I'm still saving my soul. I have a few souls myself. Like, I'm at 3 souls, I think? Yeah, I'm at 3 souls. So I might actually pick up this entire banner, or this entire batch, depending. Somebody should put it in Discord. Here, boss. But again, we can't link the Discord in this command because bots are invading Discords right now. So if I tell people, hey, click the link by clicking the little Discord button, it'll get you an invite into the server. And then you're all set that way to hop on in. We do have a Fire Emblem channel, so you are more than welcome to talk to us. Pick up any more yet? Yes, there is a free way, but it does require sparking on multiple banners. So, when you spark on banners, you get something called a Celestial Stone. And then you can exchange the Celestial Stone after a certain amount. Celestial Stone shop. So you can exchange 3 Celestial Stones for a Forma Soul. We're not sure if this days to exchange thing means that we'll be able to like get a reset on all of this, but it's a point I wanted to bring up all the same. So this is a free way to get Forma Souls, but outside that, You get them like very rarely. Like you've gotten like barely any, but like most of the time you have to end up buying a Form of Soul pack in order to get them. It's usually about 30-40 bucks if I'm right. The trade doesn't feel worth it. The trade fruit's not bad, but I feel like it's a bit much, yeah. Personally, I feel like the Form of Soul is like the best pickup out of all of these, but again, it's kind of whatever the player values. But anyways, that's basically it for Form of Souls. And nobody responded to the friends list request, so I'm gonna go ahead and just dive into all of my form. Yeah, hold on to your soul. Don't feel like you have to spend it. And usually, whenever we get a Hall of Forms, like whenever we get like a Hall of Forms, I try and like go over them all, and like that way, you guys also have an idea of what skills to get. Yeah, we're doing friends list requests at this point. If anybody like friend list reviews, if anybody wants them. And seeing boss in chat, does that mean you want a unit review, boss, or are you like content? I got one. Okay, let me know when it's up, and then I will hop into that real quick. And hello, Some Bagel. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. You actually are joining us. Put in a Yu-Gi-Oh card. If that sounds familiar, it feels like a Yu-Gi-Oh abridged reference. It is already? Okay, I will refresh real fast then. Also, I need to actually do my core mag, or my Grand Hero Battle stuff. But anyways, boss wanted a review, so let's go ahead and give the man what he wants. I chatted earlier, but I guess looking at ad-lib. Ah, I'm sorry to hear that. But you know, you can avoid all the ads on twitch.tv/doublestarevan if you subscribe right now to twitch.tv/doublestarevan. The unit reviews? Yeah, we're doing unit reviews because we're getting ready to wrap up stream. Where is boss? Did I skip over him? There's boss. Okay. But anyways, boss is Sheeta. Or Kata, depending on how you like to pronounce it, but I say Sheeta. So, Wing Sword, Reposition, Sky, Attack Speed Push, Desperation, Attack Speed Rain, Phantom Speed. Okay, I actually like this overall. I don't feel like you need... I say Sheeta, but again, I know some people unfollow for wrong pronunciation. Again, it depends if you're like, which part of the world you're from, because I know some people like to say Kata, but I say Sheeta. But anyways, I feel like this is overall good. I do like the push. I think that's actually really solid on her. I feel like Speed Def is a little better on her for the rain. Just because like her attack is so low. So I feel like you kind of need to just lower the enemy's defense as much as you can. And as for the seal, I'm not the biggest fan of Phantom Speed because her best trait is her speed. This was 3 days ago. Hey, good stuff. I like it. Like, I feel like the C, I would go Speed Def for the rain. And I would consider a different seal. Maybe like Sturdy Blow? Just give her a little more defense. Because she could use it and even give herself some more attack. Quest guys, oh yeah, no, he just came out like today. Very easy quests, very easy quests. Yeah, overall, minus the push, or excuse me, the rain and the seal, I think this is correct overall. Good job. Cormag rerun. Cormag, so it's a Grand Hero Battle Party that's going on. Cormag is only around for today, but like we're getting a new Grand Hero Battle Hero every day. So like this is a chance to pick up like a bunch of Grand Hero battles. I think it's everyone between Cormag and Nemesis is who's coming out. So if you haven't plus on your Ashnards, your Georges, your Yagos, stuff like that, worthwhile to pick up. But yeah, overall, good job, boss. I like this. Just swap out the C ideally, but this does work. You just could optimize it a little bit more. And then swap out the C. Or the seal, excuse me. Oh, you gave her ground orders too. Okay. I don't know why it's specifically ground orders too, but sure. Yeah, give her a sturdy blow for the seal, I feel like is the play. Fury 4 is also an option. I actually do like Fury 4 a lot, but you can flex with the push. Don't ask. I mean, I'm not going to because I'm wondering where everything came from, but alright. And then just to make sure. Okay, so there was no other quests, so... If anyone, again, on my friends list wants back in, we will hop back to you guys after this. Anyways, we'll start from the bottom up, because I know we've been chatting a little bit about Sophia. JV's Kurth Naga. Okay. So, Lantern Breath, Repost Soul, Distance Encounter, Dragon Wall, Joint Drive Res, QR2 Seal. Alright, obviously... Some Bagel. Alright, we'll take a look at yours in a little bit, Bagel, but I will work my way through these and then we'll get to yours. That's right. Alright, so my thoughts overall. I do like this. I will say you are... And hey, Zach, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. That build? Nah, I actually do not dislike this build. Like, he's a very solid Dragon Ball unit. Because he has, like, actually good res. No QR3? Hey, QR2 is the best meme, okay? It's the best meme. And obviously I already commented on that. And I will say you are not falling into the trap that a lot of Dragon users like to use where you are not running, Lightning Breath. Which is good. You are doing the correct thing of running DC and a different Dragon weapon. You have no idea how many people like to believe that Lightning Breath is the best Dragon weapon in the game. Lightning Breath is the worst Dragon weapon in the game. And I will continue to preach that. This is correct. Lightning Breath Glue Eaters. Lightning Breath is such a Glue Eater weapon. It is such a Glue Eater weapon. It's good though. No, it is the worst Dragon weapon in the game. Straight up. You are better off running Distant Counter with any other breath compared to Lightning Breath with any A. Straight up. There is no argument about that. There is a reason I define Noe as like the worst dragon because her perf is just a glorified Lightning Breath. Imagine having DC fodder. Again, like if you have to build on a budget, then sure. But again, like if we're trying to talk about optimizing dragons, especially in this case, where I feel like this is a pretty optimized Kurth Naga, like Lightning Breath is not a good weapon. Like straight up. Like that cooldown like increase is not a good thing. Other breaths just have... There's more reasons than that in why Noe sucks. Like it's a big reason. It's a big reason. Can we get rid of the special trigger and Noe's perf? Yeah, exactly. Like Noe did not get a good refine. But again, like going back to this Kurth, I feel like this is correct. The light blessing actually tells me you run this on ARL, assumingly. Which that's actually pretty good, especially with like an air. That's like 48 res. Like you're hitting very high res. I started on Kurth Banner. Oh, okay. I'm going on a 2-week budget. Fair. Wow, that's actually really impressive for a 2-week budget then. That's really impressive on a 2-week budget then. I feel like it's just in my tank to do. I mean, we talked... I'm not gonna, like, go over ascending stuff again, but I did kind of, like, talk about how I think save units aren't bad. Lightning Breath weak. Like, Lightning Breath is just such a weak weapon. Like, I really don't like Lightning Breath. But again, I feel like overall, this is a correct Kurth Naga. Obviously, upgrade the seal. And overall, you have a good Kurth. You probably could play with the special a little bit, but... Soul makes sense. I'd maybe can... Actually... I would consider Noontime as well. But yeah, overall, I feel like this is a correct Kurth Naga. So good job. I really like that Kurth. Also, I guess the last comment I'll make, if you get him to plus 10, you have a new BST scoring unit for Arena. So I would actually like advise, if you can, to try and get your Kurth Naga to plus 10. you would have a unit that will keep you like in a high scoring arena tier for like a high scoring arena unit for a very long time. Kurth is very good at that. Don't like PvP? I mean, it's fair. The only reason I suggest it is just because, like, arena is how you get orbs. So, being able to score higher lets you help get orbs. I'm just low myself because I've been busy and haven't been able to play as much. But anyways, yeah, good job overall, like, Kurth. Hopping into this... Oh my god! Okay, this is not the direction I expected to see this in. Young Ines. With Brofillia, Repo, Dragon Fang. Close Reversal, NFU, and Times Pulse with Mystic Boost Seal. So I get what you're going for. Close Reversal jumps you up to 41 41 defense. Does this give you defense? No, this is only an increase attack speed. So 41 defense, 48 speed. Then you get your stats from this. So that puts you at 54 speed. Wow, that's really fast. So well, yeah, I'll refresh and then take a look at your unit last, Bagel. So I do get this, and I think this is very solid for this specific build. My only, I guess, weird caveat with it is just like the defense over the attack. But again, when you're going for this kind of build, this 100% makes sense. I feel like if you want to ever change this up to like an attack speed solo build, or just like a really fast build, you're gonna have that little awkward like bit where it's like, oh, I don't have speed also. Oh my god, you give him impact. So like if you you give me Unity, hot damn. You really wanted to spoil this boy? Isn't Defense Rouge rare? Why is it? Oh, whatever. And Joint Drive Death. Okay. Fatal Smoke 2. Yo, you did spoil this child. You actually spoiled this child. Yeah, again, I feel like for this kind of build, this is correct. I would just consider attack over defense depending on how you want to play him. But you generally seem to, like... I only remember defense... I'm gonna look this up. Because... Oh, and Net also has it, apparently. Okay. I guess it... Did you have a Rally Plus? Okay, you have a Rally Plus. Maybe that's where it came from. I can see that's probably where you maybe got it from, then. Because then again, Net... Like, one of those two has a Rally Attack Speed? I don't remember a Net Space Kit. Yeah, she has Rally Attack Speed. But you would have Rally Attack and not Rally... I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna stop thinking about it. But either way, yeah. Overall, I like this Net. This Ines. Good job. Just again, the attack speed thing is like the only thing, but I think everything else... Oh, I guess the special. That's like the only other thing. I'm not the biggest fan of this special. And obviously this is like me saying, hey, go more premium investment, and maybe you just don't have this fodder yet. But I would consider Deadeye. I think Deadeye is really solid on this NS. Like, this boy is a killer. And then the last unit we currently have before we refresh is the Sophia. So I heard Sophia with Spider Plush, Repo, Iceberg, Close Reversal, QR3, Joint Drive Death, and Iota Shield. Okay, that's where the I mess with NS thing comes up. This weapon's effect. I believe it does, if I remember correctly. Like, I know there's like a good interaction with it. Ruptured Sky is also an option. If not, again, you can go Ruptured Sky equally. I remember seeing Deadeye Young in his though, but I could be remembering that wrong. But anyways, on the Sophia. Spider Plush, the cutest weapon in the game. Not the best animation, but the cutest weapon. Foe initiates combat, or foe's HP is greater than or equal to 75% at start of combat. She gets +5. And inflicts -5 on. I don't think it does. I might be remembering that wrong, and I probably am. I don't use Deadeye enough outside, like, Shinon, so it's the only interaction I've personally ever had with it. And I just know that Inez nukes my life. Because the kid just kills whatever he wants. But the cool thing about Spider Plush, especially on units like this, is that like it effectively gives her like an extra 5 defense and res. So you effectively have a 41 defense base unit. And then you add this, and so you're at 45 defense. 45 defense with 49 res. So, like, while the defense for Fine looks a little jank, it does make sense, especially just being able to do this. And, like, you also get to be a close counter unit, which is really cool. And not a lot of flyers can do that. We don't have a lot of, like, slow, bulky flyers. I know, like, Spring Camilla is one of the very few we actually have. So, overall, I would say I like this Sophia. This is generally how I would probably build her or units, like, of her caliber. You could argue maybe instead of Spider Plush, go Raven Tome to make it so you could fight like Legendary Leaf and stuff a little bit easier. But Spider Plush is cute, and it's what she comes with, so I get it. Kind of curious what else have you given her, if anything else. Alright, she has the Harsh Command Plus. You gave her Close Counter. That is... alright. Yeah, I like this. And then just to grab Bagel's unit real fast. If you see, that is also another option, yeah. I could equally see that working out. Because attack res rate not only increases her like defense, but it increases her res as well. Right, yeah, I always forget that because I didn't pull for reversal or distant pressure. But yeah, it builds off this close counter, that's right. That's right. And then last but not least, some Bagel. Alright, so you already gave him the Ascendant Flower, so you actually must really love to do. But anyways, to do with Steadfast Axe, Repo, Dragon Fang, DC, Vengeful, ARD, Near Save, and then Mystic Boost. With 4 flowers. I'm a little weird on this, personally. Because the comment I'm going to make right now is that I feel like if you're running Near Save, there isn't a reason to run DC. Because I feel like you're trying to do... That's kind of needed for reversal. Yeah, we did realize that. That was my bad. But I feel like you're in a little bit of, like, trying to do too much with this one unit. Obviously, it's not like he can't tank this stuff, but... I feel like you should either keep his default A to make it so he's a better near save unit, or you try and convert him into a far save unit and then keep the distant counter. Also, I'm not the biggest fan of Dragon Fang. I would go with, like, Aether, realistically. I think Aether Vengeful is kind of better. I like the idea, but... not have any fodder. I mean... Again, like, you can keep it... I feel like just either keep his default A of Sturdy Stance, because it lets him just... DC for near save. I just kept Dragon Fang. And yeah, exactly. That's like the problem I mostly have. Like, even if you like kept the Dragon Fang, like in time you'll get Aether. It's like that's like Crom, which is an easy pickup. But I feel like the DC near save is like the awkward interaction. I feel like you either want to go like far save DC, or keep his default A with the near save. That's how I would consider building this build. Almost Sophia for now. That's fine. I usually like delete these requests like after stream, but I'm not going to be reviewing like, multiple people's like multiple units tonight, especially because I don't usually stream Fae on Mondays. But yeah, overall, I think outside that weird interaction between DC and Near Save and the Aether thing, I feel like you're pretty good on this to do. So I would say good job. Then just make sure there's no random 5th request. Alright, there's not. But yeah, I do think, though, that is going to go ahead and be stream at this point. We've covered pretty much everything I wanted to cover at this point in time. Please stay around for the raid that we're going to go ahead and do. There's not really, like... I'm trying to think, is there anybody I want to raid? You know what? We're gonna go ahead and raid the boy Shuten. We owe it to him. Yeah, Shuten helps us out a lot with the stream, so we're gonna raid Shuten. But anyways, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and end stream. So, thank you all very much for watching tonight's stream. Greatly appreciate it. Again, we usually do Fae on Mondays, or Sundays at night, but this is kind of a weird exception. But thank you all very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. If you didn't haven't already, please hit the follow button. It really helps me out a lot more than you know. Trying to break over that 280 barrier once again. If you really like what you saw and want to financially support me in the stream and all the goodies that we have to offer, please consider subbing, gifting, and donating. I understand money is tight for a lot of people, so please don't spend what you don't have. Focus on your own lives first. If you have Amazon Prime, you get 1 free sub a month. Please use it on your favorite streamer. It doesn't have to be me, but please use it. Want to hop into the Discord? Scroll on down below. Click the little Discord button. We'll try and get the Discord link back up as soon as the bots hopefully are taken care of. I'm not sure if that's done by this point. And I will be back tomorrow for some Final Fantasy XIV for some E8S. Hopefully we get that clear, if not soon. And we probably will not stream on Wednesday. But that's it for me. Thank you all very much for watching. I turn this on emote only. And I will see you all tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody.